See it?
Yeah, it's just I'm thinking, am I taller than you?
It doesn't really matter as long as you can still see us.
No, I mean, am I taller than you? So does it need to be higher?
Should set a time as well so I can see.
It's only lasts 10 minutes. It's alright. You'll know anyway. Flick it.
No, it doesn't.
It should. Does it make a sound?
Right then, introduce yourself.
So I run. So I run a fitness Instagram called JM Fitness UK. I used to have a football channel, but my interest in fitness has become greater, and I believe that's something I'm more interested in. So I'm now more of a fitness-related Instagram. Right.
What are you doing? Take that off? I was leaving it half and half.
I better take it off actually.
Put the guns on.
I think my belly will itch. I'm going to do this. Sorry, fellas.
Sorry. Right. What are your views on CrossFit?
Personally, well, I haven't really done much CrossFit training, if any. I mean,
apart from at Harvard.
Yeah. No, but from like a performance point of view, like it's quite beneficial. You're doing sort of like strength and endurance-based stuff as well as like aerobic stuff as well. So I think it's a good combination. Like you see some of the physique some of them CrossFitters have, and you're like, wow, you wouldn't think they'd be able to look so good.
Because obviously there's like a huge misconception about CrossFit athletes getting injured and starting CrossFit is bad for your body. You're going to start injuring yourself. But in my opinion, if you actually go to a class, if you can't do a pull-up, they won't get you to do a kipping movement, or won't get you to do like a chest movement. They'll always build the functional basic level of strength before moving you on to doing more advanced movements. So CrossFit in my eyes is quite a good way for getting people who don't really want to go to the gym but can go to a class and kind of be in like a community area as well, and you'll get fit whilst having fun. So at KDias17 asked you.
Me, yeah? Nice. What did he ask me?
He would like to know if you use performance-enhancing drugs.
I don't know what I'm laughing at. I do not take any performance-enhancing drugs.
Natural.
I'm going to claim the natty card, okay, because I am. But I don't, like, even if I wasn't natural, I would tell you, because I don't really care.
Yeah.
I'm not competing. I don't know if I'm ever going to compete, but do I use them? No. Would I use them? Potentially.
This leads me on to my next question, which is, what are your views on using performance-enhancing drugs? Do you
hit me.
So would you ever, I know you personally wouldn't take them, but if you see an athlete taking them, would you be like, oh, why the hell is he using them? Or do you feel like they could use them, and why?
When you say an athlete, are you talking like bodybuilders? Like, you know, bodybuilding, you can complete natural and unnatural.
I'm just talking about the whole range, so even like footballers or Olympic athletes, like sprinters.
I think footballers but like bodybuilders, like there is a certain state, like physically, you can get into being natural, and like, I wouldn't ever look down on anyone if they're taking steroids or any performance-enhancing drug. But like, I know people who are taking performance-enhancing drugs way too early, and like almost like in hope to get bigger instead of putting the work in. Like, I respect someone if they put the work in, they know what they're doing, and they're taking performance-enhancing drugs. And fair play to them. Like, I'm not going to look down on anything for that. But like for athletes, I suppose it's completely different, really, and like only ever comes around once in a blue moon. To be honest with you, with like footballers or like any like cyclists or whatever. What are your views? Would you ever take them?
No, I would never. I don't even drink alcohol or smoke cigarettes, so I would not ever do anything like that. Not that I feel like it's wrong, but personally, I wouldn't take them, and there's a level playing field, whereas like everyone can take them. I feel like the performance levels will increase drastically compared to.
So like, in the same perspective, like if there is like an unnatural like race or something, everyone's allowed to use them.
I think,
fine.
I feel like there should be. For example, I would love there to be an Olympics where performance arts and drugs is just it's allowed to be done, and I want to see if people can break world records in that way. But also, I don't want to see an athlete taken if they're illegal like they are now.
To be fair though, I think that some people overlook people that are on performance-enhancing drugs, such as steroids. Like, there's a fine line between looking at someone, thinking you can achieve that naturally, when in fact they've claimed natural, basically. From Ben Olding, 90. He says, "How do you motivate yourself to train?"
Is that a question for both of us?
Yeah, for both of us.
If I'm feeling, I get days where I feel completely motivated, and in myself I just feel like I need to go to the gym because otherwise I'm going to feel like shit if I don't. And in myself, that's motivated me just to go to the gym. But then some other days I need more motivation to get myself there, or even to like get on the bus and go there. And for me, I just either watch a YouTube channel like.
On the topic, like, what's your top 3 YouTubers you watch? Fitness.
Okay, so I watch the Lean Machines, who are obviously gone from not bodybuilding but more compound movements to more CrossFit movements. I also watch Team Richie. They've completely taken over the CrossFit industry, doing like Hustle Made and all that clothing.
Who else? One more.
I think.
You can leave it as 2.
Yeah, I'm going to leave it as 2.
The YouTubers I watch, Brandon Hardin, Brandon Hardin, Matt Does Fitness, and George Osborne. He's like George Osborne is like proper real, and he's like inspired me to train like hard. How do I motivate myself to train? So sometimes, like you, I feel like I don't want to go, but like it's one of them where you just got to drag yourself out and take yourself there, and just get focused where you're just gonna push through your session. And it always is that session that is like the best.
Okay. If I get myself to the gym and I see other people training, that also gives me motivation to maybe not get the best session out there, but I'm still improving and taking a step forward. And I'd rather go to the gym and do something rather than sit at home and do nothing.
Another thing, like, one thing that shit, man. I forgot what I was going to say. One thing that I take inspiration on, and like one thing that I've done, like basically, if you're looking to try and stay motivated, then like trying to get your session in as early as possible, so you completely take away like a lot of people further in the day when they get tired, they're like, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. If you do it early in the morning, get it out of the way, then you didn't have to worry about it. And that's one thing that is ideal, to be fair. Anyway, next question is from Ben Olding, 90 again, to music, help with exercising. I've tried this, and I've tried to train without music and with music, and music just helps me. I don't know why, but like I know some people that train without music and they love it, like. But yeah, I'm all for music. What about you?
Okay, so a year ago I would have said no chance, I cannot train without music. But then I watched a YouTube, I think it was a YouTube video, and it was with Matt Fraser, who's the fittest guy on earth, he calls CrossFit. And he said, what a nice bloke, and he said that he does days listen to music so we can get more. He said he can lift more and be more motivated when he listens to music. But then on the other hand, if he's in the CrossFit, if he's doing a CrossFit event, there's no music, so he wants to train, not listen to music, so he replicates what's going to happen in that area.
That makes sense, because you don't want to like rely on music, like especially if you're competing. If not, fair play, but like you don't want music to get you going and if it's not there, then you're going to be like out of your zone, if you know what I mean.
I mean, personally for me, I would listen to music just because it gets me in the zone.
Perfect. That's that question. How do you balance your gym routine with other hobbies? How do you balance your gym routine with other hobbies and day-to-day life? I'm going to go with this. It's like planning. It's literally it. Just make sure you plan.
Yeah, same as me. If I'm a guy that has to have structure, and if I haven't got structure, I will beat myself up and I'll feel like shit the next day or that day.
On to the next question. It's quite a good question. It's from Ben Olding, 90 again. He says, do you do your reps until exhaustion, or do you do a set number of reps? I'm going to answer this. This is a real good question, actually. I'm trying to push myself into picking a weight where I know on my last rep I'm going to be burning. I'm almost like in squats, maybe I'm really struggling to push it up, and I know if I do one more I ain't getting up one of them, you know. So I train until exhaustion.
I feel like if you're going to go to complete exhaustion, you've got to have a time and a place to do it. Because if you go to complete exhaustion every single session, you're not going to be able to perform to the best of your ability the next day or in 24 hours or 48 hours.
I counteract that, and I say, so if I'm training to 8 reps every time, and I find it easy, what do you think about that? If it's easy, then am I even getting anything out of it?
But there's a difference between exhaustion and being able to feel the burn as such. So if you can do 8 reps easily, increase the weight, but don't increase it so you can't get that 8th rep out. Like increase the weight, but do 6 to 8 reps, or if that's too easy again, 8 to 10 reps.
I don't know, with me recently, I've felt like pushing it to the absolute max. I feel so much better after it. Like, this is a quote I've taken from watching, but like make sure you're the hardest working person in the gym, and like that in my head all the time. It's like I want to work as hard as I can. Not anything about the weight, just like work rate and effort.
I feel like that is true. Like you've got to be the hardest worker in the gym if you want to get results, like good results. But then plenty of research and plenty of people have said, and coaches I've been asking, they've all said, depending on the athlete, of course, if you're working with
depends on your goal.
Yeah, and I don't want to say go out there and push yourself to the absolute extreme every single session, because if you can't recover, then what is the point in going to exhaustion every single session? Like again, there's a time and place for it, and if you're competing, you don't want to be exhausted every time you go to the gym.
I see what you mean.
And mentally exhausted as well.
Actually wasn't.
Oh no. Please say better than it was. Should we? No, check it.
Oh, no, we need to leave it in the same place. Maybe we hit the 10 minutes. Maybe we hit the 10-minute time. Anyway, fuck it.
Oh.
So we've got another word. What's the ideal summer look from Owen_Nicholson?
What's the ideal summer look? Okay, I'm going to go for this one first. In my eyes, there's not an ideal summer look. Like, everyone has their own...
It's quite a broad question.
Yeah, everyone has their own viewpoint on what is the perfect body. But I wouldn't go out of your way to go and get a summer body, because at the end of the day, once summer's over and you lose that, your motivation is going to go downhill, and mentally you're going to feel like crap because you felt amazing for the summer, but because you now dropped, you're just going to feel like shit, and it's not natural to be like that.
So another question that sort of is directed at me, that will come into what's the ideal summer look is, it says, now that bulking is finished for me, what are my intentions? Well, basically I've planned my bulk around summer, so I'm at my leanest in the summer, and that's down to me, and it's down to how you plan it. You need to have enough time that your bulk's essential and you build enough muscle, but then you also need enough time to cut properly. So I've been bulking for about 6 months, and now I'm starting to cut, and then when I get to summer, I've got no plans, but like once I get to summer, I've hit my leanest, I'm then gonna like look at how much muscle I've built. Am I gonna bulk again? Am I just gonna maintain and focus on something else? I don't know what's going on with that. But yeah, ideal summer look. There isn't one, but I know a lot of people in the summer tend to do like some stupid little 4-week shitty diets to try and get it. It's not worth it. It's really ruins you.
In the long run, you're not going to be able to maintain that.
If you want to look good for your summer holiday, you need to fucking start now.
Yeah, literally.
Sorry for swearing. # we are limitless. What's it called? I was going to say I said it wrong. That's really loud.
Anyway, moving on to the next one.
How often do you test 1 rep max?
Personally, for me, I don't.
You don't? Why don't?
Personally,
Why don't?
me, okay, I'll test. I don't want to. For me, I don't want to, because like I said in the start, I don't do deadlift, squat, bench, because I don't feel like they're not my goals. And if I want to test myself and see where I am with strength, I'll just look at my program and see where my weights are and see if my weights have increased. If my weights increased, it means I've improved muscular and more strength-wise. So I don't actually need a set goal or a set number to hit, but it might be different from you.
So the ideal situation for me would be like in anyone's head really is if you're starting a bulk, then you do a pre-bulk, right smack bang in the middle, and then right at the end. And that would be like 3 months at a time. But I've only ever done my 1 rep max on a squat, deadlift. I had to go through. I've only ever done my 1 rep max for a deadlift. But the thing is, you can use percentages on like your 8th rep or your 6th rep to like figure out what your.
In my eyes, if you're not competing, you're not a power lifter or a. If you're not a power lifter or not competing, I don't think necessarily you need to be able to do a 1 rep max, because again, if you haven't got a spotter or you haven't got a different motivation on the day, then I don't think it's necessary.
It's quite interesting to find, like, to see how much weight you can push. That's about it.
It's always good to be better than the guy next to you.
Leg exercise. You go first.
Leg exercise.
What do you get a buzz out of? What do you feel that hurts and you like it? One of them.
Personally, I genuinely love barbell backwards lunge. I don't know why, but I just feel like I can really, I don't know, with a squat, because I can only do, it's a lot down technique squatting, and I feel like backwards lunge, yes you've got to have technique, but it's a lot easier to perform a backwards lunge than it is a squat.
It's a lot of coordination as well.
Yeah, it is coordination, but like I feel, even though I'm not lifting much weight in the backwards lunge, I still feel like the burn I get and the way I feel afterwards is, in my eyes, one of my best exercises I love to do.
I don't know, like I've got a few leg exercises, but like I've recently started hack squatting and I just love it. Like I don't know what it is, but I just love it.
#gym life.
Do you hack squat or not? Have you ever had it?
I have thought of it.
There's just something about getting stuck and like driving up, and I just feel like you feel it so much in your glutes and your hamstrings. But it's like one of them feelings, like during it you feel minging, but so good. And then I just like leg extensions, it's like I can real squeeze them right.
Real squeeze. See, I don't really do, I don't isolate muscle groups as such. I'm again more, so I do.
Fuck off. Is that serious? Sorry guys, you're going to have to postpone this. Someone's tried to get in the disabled toilet. But I've got a question. This has not been asked by anyone, but I'd quite like to see what because you want to be a personal trainer or you're doing personal training. Mm-hmm. We've had this debate before, but like about people like training their clients, how how they train. Like, what's your opinions on that? Like,
so if I'm personal training a client and all I've done my life is CrossFit, for example, people would train their client in the same way that they've trained before, just because they've got experience in that field. But just because it worked for you doesn't mean it's going to work for that client. So I feel like
it's all about being like, as a good personal trainer, you've got to adapt to the client. You've got to find out what they like, what they don't like. Exercises, you've got to completely ignore your training. Yeah, like if you are a good personal trainer, you'll have a lot of knowledge on all the trainings, or if you don't have that, you research it, you look at it. I just don't, like, a lot of people I see, and I've seen them train themselves the same way they're training the client, and fair enough, maybe it might be that it suits, but it ain't. I don't believe it, I really don't.
You do see some personal trainers out there who, yes, they have got the level 3, whatever it is, personal training, but they haven't got the knowledge. They haven't gone out of their way to do a uni degree or even like outside degree or whatever it is, or a course to, I don't know, educate themselves on what they think is right.
It's all about education, really, and like if you want to be the best, you've got to have a wide knowledge, and like but the story with the story with this industry is that the more you know, the more you don't know. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so much to know that you never know it all.
Oh yeah, it's like what I knew 2 years ago is like that much compared to what I know now is huge, and I feel like I'm never going to know everything, but what I know now is enough to be a good personal trainer in my eyes. And I feel like there are personal trainers who are like 28, 30 who might know the basics but don't know enough to be a good, effective personal trainer, and that's what separates a personal trainer, strength and conditioning coach, sports scientist. They've all got some kind of relative to their degree or what they've learned. Yeah. If you have enjoyed that, please smash that like button below. Yes, boys.
Shout out to Colin Mizzen and Jordan Knott. I know you're watching.
Of course. On a note, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, again, smash the like button.
If you guys want to see us together again, comment down below some questions, like this video, subscribe to this guy, and yeah, follow us all on Instagram, link in the description.
Yeah.
Hello.
Peace out.